Hello, welcome to my channel, Hooks and Stitches. My name's Natasha, for those of you that don't know. Right, it is. I've written a few notes so I don't forget because I've got quite a bit to tell you. It is episode 32 and you will be seeing this on Monday morning at 9 o'clock. It's now Sunday evening because I wanted to make sure that it was scheduled so that it went up on time. So it's now Sunday evening and I want to show you what I've been doing with my week. Well, what a palaver those squares were, and I will show you them a bit later on. But Nana Moon's Crochet, Sally from Nana Moon's Crochet, she has been an absolute diamond to me this week. She has sorted me out good and proper because I was throwing my dummy out my pram for the first one, which again I'll show you in a minute, but I didn't think I'd get anything done this week because I was stuck on it for at least a couple of nights and I couldn't get it to go. But anyway, that's another story. But she is an absolute diamond and one of my loyal friends, and so I am truly grateful. Now I will show you what I've been getting up to, and I will leave the squares till last so that I can draw the next week's ones all together. So I have been doing some mustard hexagons to go towards the count that I needed for the bee blanket, and I managed to do a couple of yellow ones and a couple of the light yellow ones, but they work up quite easy. This morning I sat and done all the mustard ones in about an hour and a half in between my coffees, so that was really good to do. And then last night I was busy making some African flowers for my friend's tank top type top that she wants me to make, that will go over the top of a blouse or whatever she wants to wear, and so I have been busy making some of those as well. And as much as they're just little tiny things, I think the time does make, escape you when you are busy. You don't realise how long they do take by the time you change colours and and you're sat there making it whilst you're watching TV or various podcasts of the people on YouTube that I watch. So it's one of those things, if you it will just run away with you. So I'm just going to make sure that I do a couple every day, just to make sure that I'm keeping my hand in and it gets sorted out. So when I can, that's what I plan to do. I also did one of each of the larger ones so that I can put that in the middle, and then put the other ones around it, which obviously these haven't got the dark border yet, so but I'm just going to do it like that and then try and shape it round. But it's my own pattern that these aren't, obviously these are going off the pattern that I got from the Heidi's Bears turtle, and I like them so much, and we like the shape that I said that I would do exactly the same, but I will just rearrange them into a top shape, and kind of, if these were the smaller ones, obviously, kind of just do it around so that she will have a top that is got sort of to here really. She doesn't necessarily want a v-neck, so I haven't got to worry about any of the half flowers or anything, but with the just so that the neckline comes along, you know, and goes and comes out so that it's still on the shoulders but not quite. But I'll show you when I piece it together. I'll show you as I go along, so you'll get to see those. So I'm just going to put those to one side because I've already spoke about those. These are the hexagons, again, just in case you haven't seen. These are the ones that I'm making for the bee blanket. And actually, saying that, I do have the sheet in my other bag, so if you just hold on, I'll get it because I forgot it just a second ago. Right. This is the blanket that I am making. Let me see if I can lock that out. That's it. That makes it stand up a little bit better. But instead of the grey, I am doing, well, I'm doing the mustard colour instead of the grey, and then I'm doing these two colours. You know, this one as the light one, and then this one in place of the mustard one, really. So I'm just having a little change about. But I need 31 each of these and 28 of the mustard ones. So you know, I think it will look quite nice, and then adding the little bees to it, I think that would be really nice. It's a paid for pattern, so I can't really explain anything, you know, go into too much detail, but it is quite straightforward, and I'm really looking forward to what it's going to look like when I have pieced it together. So again, I will keep you posted. Then next I have got my emotional chicken to show you. I'm still plodding through, but since I spoke to you last Monday, I have managed to do this side of the tail, because if you remember, I only had this section done, and then basically then I did this section, and then that's the back. So so I did this section, and then I single crocheted them together like so. If I turn it up that way, you might be able to explain, I'll be able to explain it better. And then you came along and did it up to where the red is, and then to start the chest pieces, and then I'll just finish. I'll carry on doing this eventually all the way up here and up here, but I think it's actually quite good. Not bad at all, really. But yes, that's my that's how far I've got with my emotional chicken. What else have I got to show you? Yes, well, also I've jumped on the bandwagon of the what's it called, mix and match cal that Cassandra's doing over at Craftably Ever After. We've got until the end of May to create a white cat with a mushroom hat, and the criteria is that it has to wear some blue dungarees. And so I ummed and ahed and thought, oh, do I want to start anything else? Can I, should I, will I? But I thought, well, yes, I've still got until the end of May, and my amigurumis do whip up quite quickly, so I'm just going to give it a stab. So this evening I have started, and so far I have got the arms done. I always start with the arms and legs because I hate doing them, and that's my least favourite. No matter how long, how thin, how fat, how stumpy, they're so boring. It's the worst bit for me. And so I always make sure that they are the bits that I do first. And then of course when you do the body and the head, it will then grow, and you can see the character coming and everything. So the arms and legs are just, you know, just standard, aren't they? So I try and get them out of the way first. And I will do the legs a bit later on after I've done this video, but I wanted to get it up and sorted so that it publishes in the morning on time. So that is my arms of the white cat. I will show you the pattern that I'm going to follow next week, I think, because I haven't got the book with me at the moment because I forgot it and it's in the other room, but also when it looks a bit more like a cat, then I can show you and you can see it in comparison. So I'm going to do that. Now, if you remember from last week, I said that I had some crochet books that are that I was waiting on from Vinted, and they were taking a while because one got sent back before it had even reached the locker. But that wasn't a problem to me. I wasn't bothered. The lady gave me a message back and said, I've received it, do you want it again? And so I just repurchased it, and that was fine. So I want to show you them now. This one is quite an old one, but I like collecting books, and there was one Pacific pattern. I know that you can get patterns obviously for free and things like that, but I like the fact that it's in a book. I will show you what that is in a minute. But this is the book, and like I say, it's been out for a good while, but I like collecting books, and it was fairly cheap, and so I wanted to have it, and that is the Ruby and Custard's crochet Creative Crochet Projects to Make, Share and Love by Millie Masterton, and I think it's this one. This one's only a pillow, by the, on the front, but I do think that it is a blanket on the inside. In actual fact, no, the blanket was the vintage blanket there, and I think Sandra Poole, and there's somebody else that does a vintage one as well, but I like the fact that the pattern was in a book that I can refer to rather than sheets of paper in my filing cabinet. I will quickly give you an overhaul of it. In the front of the book, we has, as many other books do, they have techniques and things and lots of photos to show you how to do it, not just to explain it. And then that goes right the way through. There's several detailed pages of the book that had to have that. And then there's hats and headwear. There's one here. That'd be quite nice for the nursery children to play dressing up with. And hold on. And then there's a couple more examples there for monkey, and just a pink one with some flower buttons, I think it is. Oh, my light's gone a bit funny again. In there, it's a bit glary on my screen, but it's all right. There's another one. Another thing I find cute is these little mittens, foxy mittens. There's an owl hat. Sorry, the glare's not very good on my screen. It just looks like it's too shiny, doesn't it? And then there's a pink version of what I just showed you there. There's a beautiful bunny hat. And there's a monkey. Monkey hat there. There's some more fingerless mittens there. With flowers on. Quite dainty. Stripy mittens. I'm not very good at the fingers, but it's a learning curve, isn't it? There's that pillow that I liked. So it's nice. And there's lots of other things for the home. There's that blanket that I was talking to you about. I just love that. I love the colours. I love the shape of it and everything. It's really, really nice. And then there's a soldier egg cozy for your boiled egg. That's quite cool. And then there's things like dinosaurs and some pirate ship bunting. Cupcakes. Gifts for babies and children. I quite like that as well. These little owls. I don't know if it's going to focus, but there's little owls hanging. Looks like they're flying the nest. And some of these blocks that are quite textured, which would be good for children to play with. and then a monkey. Now I didn't realise, but I've got this pattern in a paper version, and now I've got it in the book, so I won't be too worried about it if the paper one spoils. But lots of colour change on that one. I think there's a better picture of that mobile. There, that's really nice. Just something different. And then there's the Christmas section. Christmas puddings and stockings. There's a red bus, decoration to put on the tree or hang off a shelf or something. And then that's it. But that was just a very quick look through with me of the Ruby and Custard's crochet book. And my next one, this one here, it's a very shiny book. It's very it's got a very shiny cover, so there's lots of reflection today, isn't there? But I love the frog, really love the frog. I think they're all cute, but I do love the frog, and that's what drew me to the book in the first place, along with the fox. And the way the giraffe's legs are positioned are all gangly, which are just like giraffe's legs anyway, aren't they? They're all gangly. There's a nice picture of the frog. There's a hippo and a whale there as well on that page. But this one I really like, and it's called Cuddly Animals to Crochet, 28 Cute Toys to Make and Love by Lucia Forthman. And the contents are forest, farm, Africa, Asia, Australia, South America and water. Can't really see that, can you? But it's all detailed and sectioned off really nicely, and I like that about it. And then we've got the techniques in the front, and also I like this because the it's got single crochet, but then in brackets, if I can get it to focus. Oh, sorry. I can get it to focus. In brackets it's got UK double crochet written there, so if you do follow the UK you don't have to look it up, and I think that's really nice. And then with this one it's got UK half double crochet in brackets, but it's a half UK half treble crochet in UK, but it's a half double crochet, and I do love that. It's quite kind because it takes all of the effort out of it to try and find it. And there's two children holding the things that you can make from the book, I'm assuming, in there. So I think that's really nice as well. Now, forest animals. we've got James the fox, who you saw from the front, and then, and I love the fact actually, oh hang on, where's it gone? I love the fact that James the fox is wearing socks. Very cool. I think that would help me learn to make socks, wouldn't it? Luna the owl. And then we've got Rosie the deer. Harry the raccoon. Winnie the rabbit. I love how big her feet are. Then we've got the farm animals. There's a bee, a sheep, not sure what that is, a cat and a cow. Emily the sheep, and I love that sheep. I think it's really lovely. I like the shape of the head and everything. I'm not sure about the eyes, but I do love the sheep. Linda the cow. And some colour changing there going on. Then that's Priscilla the pig. I think that one's just a little bit, it doesn't really look like a pig. That's why I was a bit stumped, because I didn't realise. And then Clara the cat. Babs the bee. And then from in Africa, it's all really lovely laid out. I really love it. I love the fact that the patterns are really, well, the pages are shiny and it's easy to understand. Now this is Hetty the giraffe. Nellie the hippo. Agatha the zebra. I think that one's quite cool as well. I like the colours. Then we've got Louis the lion. Bit of a square head going on, but they look cute and all the same. Victor the ostrich. And now we've got Asia. got Jimmy the Tiger. Shoo Shoo the Panda. Mabel the Elephant. And then in Australia, we have another Jimmy. It's Jimmy the Koala. Marsha the Kangaroo. That was quite cute actually, not too bad. Percy the Platypus. And then we're on to South America. It's all really well laid out, like I say, and I'm quite impressed by that. I mean, I like the more realistic looking animals if I was to kind of, you know, be truthful, but some of them are fine. There's Paul the Sloth. Amelia the Chameleon. Or Emilio, it could be. I don't know if it's an O or an A because of the thing there. Don't want to get it wrong and then have criticism. And then we have Tom the Monkey. Oh, hang on. There you go, Tom the Monkey. Now in the water section, here comes my frog. We have Henry the Whale. Perrault, the frog. Charlie the turtle. Charlotte the octopus. And that's it. And they have got in the back, I know this is probably quite an old book anyway, but they've got lots of other books from the same maker, I would say. But they're not just crochet ones, but they're also knitted ones and things. So all in all, it's a very good book. That's the cuddly animals to crochet. And this one was £2.50 from Vinted. So I don't mind that, even if I wasn't to make very many from here. Just the pattern for the frog would be suffice for £2.50. Anyway, that was my all my books that I've been ordering. I have got a couple more coming, which I ordered the other day. But that's actually I did one yesterday, but I'm not going to tell you about that until it comes. So there was only one thing left, and that is to show you my cal that I've got going for the 3D granny squares. And I, like I said at the beginning of my episode, had one hell of a job to do the kiwi, but here it is. I haven't sewn in any ends, and it's a little bit stretched because I had it on my board, but I didn't have pins all the way around it. It was only in the corners, so it looks a bit kind of pulled about, but I'm not worried about it, because if I never see another kiwi fruit in my life, it is going to be too soon. It has completely put me off. And like I said, my good friend Sally said, come on, we'll do it, you know you can. And I said, I don't understand why I can't. If I can do something so technical like my otter, why could I not do a square with a kiwi fruit in it? I really don't know. So there it is. I'm in two minds not to do any fruit because if it's all going to be like this, I don't want to know. But these things are sent to try us, and I succeeded in the end, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Giving it a go. So that was my first one that I pulled out of the jar, and I'm going to be doing 2 a week. That's what it started last week, and I'm quite happy for you all to join in. I will link in the description box below my email address for you to send me your efforts if you want to send me what you've been doing, especially the granny squares, because it's nice to see what everyone else has been getting up to. And this one is my llama. Now I'll show you them in the book in a minute so you can see the difference, but this one I did a whole granny square blanket, because you would normally stop on just doing three doubles instead of the whole corner, so it's just like one half of the corner on, but I chose not to do the tassels on the end, so I thought I'll fill the space with a whole one because I think it looks alright. And then I put his tail on, and I really enjoyed this. This was literally less than an hour and I'd sorted it. Really straightforward, really lovely, and it's a shame that I had started with the kiwi fruit, really, because I did it in the order that I pulled them out, because I thought, oh god, how am I going to cope with all the squares like that? But this one renewed my confidence, and so I'm hoping that there will be lots of easy ones, just because it makes it fun. And if you come across a problem, obviously it makes you think, oh, do I really want to carry on? But of course I'm going to, because I don't give up. So this is my variation of the camel, and I will show you what they look like in the book so that you can see. There was the kiwi fruit, and there's the llama. Now if you can see at the top there is only, it's not a full corner, it's just literally half the corner at the top and the full corners down the bottom with the little oh, trying to make it focus, with the little tassels. And Sally, my friend from Nana Moon's Crochet, who I've talked about a lot already in the last half an hour, she has been doing it with me, and she so you know, go over and check out her channel, and she will show you her granny squares that she's been doing. So without further ado, I will draw 2 more for the week ahead. We have the mouse. It's going to be page 41. For those of you that do have the book and want to join in, you'll be able to join in with us. And the apple from page 26. Apple from page 26. And the mouse from page 41. So let's have a look, see what we're going to get. 41. Oh, this one's cute, isn't it? Mouse, page 41. And the apple is page 26. Let's hope the apple isn't as bad. And there's the apple. So, Sally, we've got the mouse and the apple to do. So, I will get on with those this week and show you next Monday, and then we will draw 2 more. So, everything I have spoke about in this episode, I will try my best to put in the description box below. I wasn't able to find the squares by themselves for patterns. I did have a search about, but I couldn't find it. So I'm sorry about that for the people that haven't got the book. And I checked my email box just before I came on so that I could show what people have been getting up to, and no one has emailed me with any photos so far. So be assured that you can if you want to, and that's not a problem at all, other than if you have a channel of your own, of course, because then you'll just show it on your channel. But anyone else that's watching that wants to join in, of course, you know, just email me and you know, send your photos over and let me know if you wouldn't mind me showing them on here if you do want to do so. So I have been talking now for 3 parts of an hour, so I am going to go, and I will see you all again on Wednesday for Waking Up the Whips. So take care, lovelies, have a lovely day, and I hope you get plenty of crafting done this week, no matter what you're doing. Take care, sweethearts. Bye.